up, friends? Welcome back to another episode of I.E In Friends. My name is Saul Gomez.
My name is Aaron.
And today we got a very special guest. Definition of girl boss, Latino boss. She has actually been awarded the Super Lawyers Rising Star from 2022 to 2025 in honor, awarded to only 2.5% of attorneys in California. Ladies and gentlemen, Esther the lawyer.
Hi. Thanks for having me, guys.
The face to the name when we were promoting it.
Oh yeah, we promoted it on the show. The face to the name.
There's the face to the name.
It's me.
Thank you so much for joining. I am very excited to speak to you, just because the mindset of being a lawyer has to be like different than the rest, and to be part of the 2.5% of attorneys.
Yeah. No, it's pretty crazy. And, you know, a lot of my platform is really dedicating myself as a resource for girls, Latinas, Latinos that want to go to law school, because Latinos only make up 6% of all attorneys in the United States. Latinas make up 3% of all lawyers in the US. So part of my platform is really, you know, pushing them to believe in themselves that they can get through law school, because a lot of us don't know lawyers and we find the whole field intimidating. And my job is to let them know that they can do it.
That's honestly super amazing as well. And also it's graduation season.
Yeah.
And seeing all these people graduating with their degrees. And I went to my cousin's graduation. You were hearing a lot of, they're saying they're going to like law schools. And I saw a lot of, I pointed this out to my cousin. I saw more girls graduating than guys.
Yeah. I think all the trends are kind of showing that women are entering, you know, the post-grad schools at higher levels than men now, which is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you always want to become a lawyer? Was that always like your plan from the beginning, or how
Yeah, soy necia. Like I was like a little girl, and I remember telling my grandpa like, yeah, I want to be a lawyer, and like ever since then I kind of like stuck to it.
Oh, cool. Was there like a
crazy.
Was there like a moment that made you be like, I'm gonna be a lawyer, or was it just something you just felt naturally?
It's something I always wanted to do, and I feel like a lot of girls relate to that. They're like, I just knew I always wanted to be a lawyer, and like I kind of had blinders on and did it. I've had some real life experiences that kind of reinforced the ideas. Like in high school, my dad, you know, tried hiring a lawyer. They were really dismissive, told him he didn't have a case, didn't want to deal with him. And that was my very first experience with the lawyer. I'm like, wow, that sucked. You know, I don't want Latinos to feel like marginalized, that they can't, you know, talk to a lawyer in their own language. I was like, there's definitely a need for Latino attorneys.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
So you've been, with the work you do, it's been really rewarding to you, like the feelings you give to people. Like it's like, how do you feel like because there's a sense of giving back. Like, yeah, they're hiring for like a service, but you're also giving back to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love what I do. I love being able to speak to my clients in Spanish. You know, I feel like we always see the commercials like, you know, hablamos español. It's like the stuffy dudes in gray suits saying hablamos español. I'm like, no, we know that's a marketing tactic. Like I actually can talk to your mom about her case in her language and make her feel comfortable. So it is really rewarding. You know, they're like, oh, gracias, mija, que Dios te bendiga. Like I have a mug saying Dios bendiga la abogada Estrada. I was like,
oh, that's
so
a nice
cute.
mug.
I know, like they're very, very grateful. So
yeah,
I love what I do.
Has there been like a moment where, again, like going to that mug, like something that you're like, this is why I'm doing it for?
I mean, all the time. I come across like really sad cases, and just being there for the families during those hard times is, you know, it's unfortunate, but I'm like, I'm glad I'm the one that's there to help them and, you know, hold their hand and guide them through that difficult process. But
yeah, I bet. What was one thing that, because I mean, you, as a child, you want to become a lawyer, but then as you start studying and learning more about it, you might be led to like difficulties of like, well, I didn't know this. I didn't know about this in this field. Was there ever a time that you were feeling doubtful about your career choice? Like, I don't know if I want to continue with this.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say when I was studying for the bar, so you have to take the LSAT to get into law school, and then you have to take the bar to be a practicing attorney in the state that you live in. And I failed it the first time. I was like really confident I was going to pass. I was like, yeah, I got this. Like, we're good. Yeah. We even planned, like, me and my husband planned our honeymoon around when I was going to find out if I was going to pass the bar or not. I swear. So, like, day one, we get to our honeymoon, and like that night, I was gonna find out if I passed the bar or not, and I was like super confident I was gonna pass. We're at the bar. I'm like waiting for it to turn like 9 p.m. so I could look. And then "We Are the Champions" by Queen comes on, like, "We are the
You're
champions."
like feeling the moment.
And I was like, hell yeah. Like, this is like God saying we got this,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like I'm good. And then I open up the email and it says I failed, and I'm like crying to like "We Are the Champions"
no.
at the bar. So, I mean, I've definitely had my hard moments, but you know, I just picked myself back up and took it again, and I passed the second time.
What goes into like studying for the bar? Like, how long do you have to study, or like what's that process? Because for someone who, like, I mean, I don't know what goes into that, and then to be like, oh no, you didn't make it. And how long, like, did you have to study again to pass it the second time?
It's usually like 3-month windows, and we're talking like 12 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. It's pretty intense. Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't stop learning, right? Like you still have to be studying like every day, even as a lawyer, or you kind of just know all
No, I mean, now that I'm practicing, I mean, there are continuing education stuff that you can do, but you know, it's not like I'm in school.
Okay, I always wondered that. I was like, I always thought like teachers and lawyers, they're always like studying because I feel like there's always new things.
I mean, we are learning new things. There's like webinars and seminars you go to. You have to like meet a certain amount of credits every year to like continue practicing. But yeah, it's not like I'm in the classroom.
Have you felt like, I mean, with ChatGPT, I've seen things like, oh, you don't need lawyers anymore.
Yeah.
Here's ChatGPT. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I've gone through like my contracts and I put like paragraphs.
Redline it.
Yeah. What do you say about like ChatGPT lawyers, attorneys?
I mean, I'm not worried about ChatGPT taking my job in particular. I feel like lawyers that don't incorporate AI into their work practice and like their workflows are going to fall behind compared to those that do use it, you know? So like if they're not using it, they're going to fall behind. I incorporate AI in like my practice.
How do you incorporate that?
You know, I have it help me like analyze legal arguments, draft like, because I work in injury and employment, right? So it's like, oh, my client has 5,000 pages of medical records, like give me
Summarize
like, you know, give me a summary, like summarize like the more important things. And so I use it to my advantage, but I still feel like people are gonna need lawyers.
Yeah, for sure.
The Supreme Court already said, you know, AI is not a lawyer.
Yeah, they're gonna be in the courtroom just trying to type.
Like, hold on 1 second.
Let me rebuttal this question real quick.
No, because you know how you can use the voice now. So it's like you're like in court and you set up you set up like a microphone towards the judge, and now your lawyer literally is ChatGPT.
You hear that, Judge? ChatGPT.
Well, Chatty says you're wrong.
Chat says actually 2.3 murders or
yeah, according to code. So you do like wrongful deaths and so
there's a lot of things you do here.
Yeah, I mean, I practice personal injury. So like
personal injury, that's right.
Anytime you get hurt, you can call my office. And then we just incorporated employment law, wrongful termination, you know, sexual harassment, discrimination, things of that nature. For
being hurt at the workplace, what's been one, like a case that someone called you and you're like, you can't sue for this? Like, have you ever gotten some weird stuff like that? Like you slipped on a banana? Not
necessarily for like, well, workplace injury is still different than personal injury or
workplace injury.
Because like a workplace injury is work comp. Yeah, which is a completely different area of practice. You'd think that they would be like the same, but they're not. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, I have gotten some pretty crazy calls. I had a guy call me one time after he got out of prison. He wanted to sue for how bad the food was. I'm like, I can't help you there, bro. Yeah, I was like, no, like, sorry, I'm not the one for you. Yeah. I had a boss one time say that he had an employee who slipped on a banana and tried. So it was a maid who slipped through a banana and tried suing because she slipped on a banana. Yeah, on some Mario Kart stuff. Yeah. Yeah, no.
So let's just say we're sitting here and then that light somehow swings over and hits me in the head. Who is Saul liable now for my injury?
Who owns the house?
It's half and half.
Half me and my mom.
I mean, you can technically go after both of them. I'm like, I know. I'm like, we don't have to go there. We don't have to go there right now.
What if...
Can I get sued if, let's just say, there's a girl I like, okay? And she doesn't know it yet. but we've seen each other, and then I follow her around a little bit.
Sounds
I
like we
kind of
need
know
a
where she
file
lives.
restraining order.
No, wait, hold on. She's
Let
my
him
future
cook. He's got a
future girlfriend.
future
Future girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Like,
Okay.
she doesn't know it yet, but it's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I follow her around a little bit. I know her favorite restaurant.
You know what? Know her
I
the
know-
last
I
two
know-
letters of her license
I
plate.
know the time she goes to sleep. I know where her friends live too, because she's always with. She's so spontaneous. I swear. I know what time she goes to the gym. I kind of know the passcode to her phone, but I don't go through it because I honestly trust her. Because she hasn't seen any guy that I've seen. I mean, that I've heard of, anyways.
Yeah.
But is that okay or?
I don't know. It just depends on how she feels about it. If she feels like
Let's
she
just
has a
say she has
stalker-
been like. I don't even know who you are, but dude, that's how she plays around. She's
That
such
sounds
a
like a restraining order.
no,
my guy.
no. Just dude, you don't know her.
It's like Romeo and Juliet type.
Like she's like she likes to play games. And
Yeah,
she's so funny, dude. Like
What's her name?
What?
What's her name?
Oh, it's Beth.
Beth, call me.
I do have a question though. There's this one time that reminded me. I was at Disneyland, and my cousin was leaning against like the chain rope,
Okay.
and it snapped and he fell. If he would have just laid there a little longer and pretend like something was hurt,
Oh my, pretend.
would he have a case?
But I feel like there has been cases like that where people pretend they're her and they still win.
I try to avoid those cases, because sometimes we kind of have a bad rep for just like being ambulance chasers or,
Yeah.
taking on cases that aren't there. Like, that's not what I like to do.
Okay.
So I focus on more like serious injuries, but yeah, there's definitely those people that try to like,
Find a check.
make a quick,
somewhere.
make a quick buck.
Yeah.
There was this time at my old gym,
Mhm.
and it's funny because I do it kind of on purpose, but their ceiling they had like one tile that was kind of, you can see it like kind of falling a little
You
bit,
just stand
and I would
under
always
Were you
work.
standing under
Yeah,
it?
I would always work out under that one
Oh
just
my
in
God.
case.
Just in case.
But would that be a case? Like, would that be
Well,
Yeah.
how can they prove that you're just standing there all the time hoping it would fall?
right? But that's so
I
like
mean,
just things like that,
It's
right?
like-
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a case. It's a premises case if it were to
Yeah.
fall on your head. Yeah.
Is it a for sure case if he's gone up there and told him, hey, that tile's loose and they
right.
haven't done anything about it, then it falls
Oh,
on him?
100%. Because
Yeah.
in that instance, it's considered like they already had notice
Mm.
that the tile.
Negligence?
Yeah, it's a negligence case.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Look at you.
There's one, and I don't want to jinx this, but I don't know if when you guys came to my house, right? Before you turned left, did you see how you really can't see down that street? I don't know if you noticed it.
That would be considered a government claim, like road design.
Because
but-
I already complained about it. Because there's times where I just don't see a car coming, and the car barely misses me. And I'm like,
That's dangerous.
one
you just have to be
day.
careful.
Yeah, it's like one day.
I think you might know. Is it even legal to put, those spikes that pop tires in front of your driveway? Like on the public street, like it's on the gray area.
As long as it's not on the sidewalk. If it's on the sidewalk, I think
It's past the sidewalk.
Nah, it's on I don't know if my neighbor. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No.
I was like, isn't this illegal, bro?
When you go out, look at my neighbor's driveway. He
Oh,
put little
God.
spikes there. So
So people wouldn't when they're trying if they're trying to do like a little quick
Yeah.
U-turn or something.
That's crazy.
I'm like, isn't this not illegal as hell right now?
it's because he's mad about like the mail, like the Amazon drivers and like the mail truck pulling into his driveway. So he put like little spikes.
I think that's still illegal as
Yeah,
hell.
he's crazy. That dude's.
Honestly, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen for
That's what I'm
sure.
saying.
I'm about to pull.
You gotta plan, bro.
Fuck, I didn't see. What is this? I'm about to just. Whoa.
Yeah.
So working, you get a lot of cases. I'm sure you're dealt with stress pretty often.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah. I'm like, for someone that doesn't like stress, I'm in the wrong
Yeah.
industry.
Is there a way that you like when it's time to like your work-life balance? Have you been able to manage that? Or like even before when you first started, has it ever been like too hectic for you where you're like, I gotta.
I'm heavy on the work-life balance. Like, it's, if you look at my bio, it's like, life is about creating balance. Like, you can't find balance, you have to like make it,
Mhm.
right? So there's going to be days where, yeah, you have to put in 10, 12 hours at the office, but then you have to make sure to eventually make up those hours at home or with whatever you want to do. Being married to Adrian is really helpful because
Yeah.
I get the fringe benefits of his work, which is
You
really
usually
nice.
travel the country. and
Yeah,
stuff.
go
Look
to
at that cutie
festivals.
patootie over there.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, for everyone who doesn't know or didn't see the episode, we have Ugly Primo over here, aka Adrian, of course. He was on an earlier episode Well, I'll say about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a
3
minute.
years ago.
2 years.
Yeah, he's on the side, of course. His wife Esther is on now. But yeah, dude.
How's
Beauty over there.
what's the do you have any like
Hey, y'all having us.
you have any hobbies you like to do like outside of work?
Travel.
Yeah.
I think everyone loves a little travel.
I want to ask you, how much do you guys, like, on estimate, let's just say, do you guys travel a year?
It varies. He definitely travels more than I do.
For work,
for
right?
work.
But like,
Yeah.
let's just say leisure.
I like to do it like once a quarter. So like 4 times a year.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
That's a cool balance.
That is
I try.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, I put in those hours at the office. So I'm like, okay, and now it's time to go relax.
Nice. What's how many different countries have you been to so far?
It's been a few. I've been to quite a few. I mean,
They're not always big trips either.
no, they don't have to be big trips. We're going to France next month. I'm pretty
Oh,
excited.
wow.
South of France.
First time?
Yeah, we're going to Cannes for like a marketing festival. See, Adrian's going for work and I'm going for fun.
He's going to con, or how do you say
to
it?
Cannes.
Yeah.
I know. He wants to throw a party. I'm like, oh, Mexican party.
That's smart. That's cool. So you work too, right? Because it's like a laptop type of style.
Yeah,
work, so
I
you
mean,
go
I
in-
can pack up and go, which is nice.
Cool.
I'm really lucky in that sense.
Do you have any, like, all your cases, is it just paperwork, or all you have everything already, like, updated to your laptop as well?
I like to think we're like very at the forefront of like technology and law. So I never once had a paper file. Like since I started my firm. I
Oh,
was like,
really?
it was all electronic, I'm like not worried about losing papers. I have it backed up in the cloud. Like I like to think that we're pretty technologically advanced at my office. So
Wow.
all my cases are on my laptop. Right?
So there's nothing, there's like no paper trail of any.
So I mean, we get mail, right? Like
Uh-huh.
correspondence from the insurance companies,
Mhm.
defendants, or whatever. So we scan it into the file and then shred it. So
when you have a case and you have to get information from the defendant, so like that's all electronically now too. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I keep it all electronic. There's definitely still offices that have paper files or like a hybrid combination, but we're pretty tech savvy.
What's so to be part of like a 2.5% of all attorneys in California, there's got to be some type of like habit or discipline. Like what is a habit you need to be successful in your field?
Just have like tenacity, like even when you're like stressed and you don't want to get up and go to work or go work out, it's just getting over your feelings and focusing on your goal. I'd say. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard being a lawyer. It's hard like being good at anything, right?
Yeah.
Like not even just a lawyer. Like if you want to be like one of like the top 2% of podcasters, if you want to be like the top producer or the top, agent, whatever it is, it requires a lot of discipline. Like everyone's like super into that right now. It's
Yeah,
like,
discipline.
4 a.m. club, 5 a.m. club, let's go.
Do you wake
run.
up early?
I try. Yeah.
What would be like your day in a life routine?
It changes. Like every day is so different.
Uh-huh.
But I try to join the 5 a.m. club.
Yeah.
I hit my workout class in the morning, and it does feel good, like to knock that stuff out. Yeah, I drink Saratoga at 4 a.m.
You got to do the ice.
Yeah, I do the
You gotta
ice.
ice your face.
Exactly. If you don't ice your face, you're already.
And that's super. Actually, like it's like a meme, but I've heard like the benefits are insane of icing your face.
I've
every
done it
day.
after a hangover. It kind of helped.
Really?
Helped me feel a little bit less shitty. I'll tell
We
that.
should try it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
We
try
gotta go
that.
drink and then wake up the next morning and see how it works.
Or we can skip the drinking and just do it in the morning.
Just hydrate.
Just hydrate.
I prefer we do the drinking. We got to do the full experiment, guys.
Yeah. So do you work hard? Do you party harder?
I like to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because I remember when you guys did the Christmas party, that was a super fun time.
That was really good.
Yes.
Yeah. We've been known to like throw parties. Like even in high school, like we were the ones throwing like the crazy ragers. Like the last day of high school, we had like all freaking like 500 kids from our graduating class at like his aunt's house, and we're just like raging.
Wow.
Sheesh.
You guys even had a really nice, fun party for your Christmas event.
I thought I just-
Oh, I
He-
thought you
he
meant
literally-
yours.
No,
I
I didn't have a
meant-
Christmas. Oh, yeah, we did have. Oh, yeah, we did have
I got
Christmas.
it mixed up. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got it
yeah,
mixed up. My bad. I thought I meant the winery.
No,
My
no.
bad. My bad. Yeah.
There's
Sorry. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
So we like ragers. Yeah, we like to have a good time.
That's cool. And it's cool because you don't really see like I didn't really know any lawyers till recently, and I always felt like they're all like just super like just stiff and strict
Stuffy.
and like just very disciplined, and it's like they're people too. Like I feel like people who work harder, they're like, all right, it's time to get rid of the stress. Let's just rock on,
Yeah.
It's probably TV shows that give you that little like Enigma. It's like stuff like SVU. And
You ever look?
Suits.
You ever like
Suits.
see those like TV shows and be like, you guys are so wrong?
I don't really like watching those shows because I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
law is like so like this one. never
Yeah,
happened.
like it's everyone's like Suits is so good. Like you need to watch it. I was like 10 minutes into it. I'm like, I can't do this. Like,
No.
this is so
Lincoln Lawyer's
cheesy.
fine.
The only exception is Lincoln Lawyer, and I love Lincoln Lawyer because like it's based in downtown LA, so is my office,
Yeah.
and I can see like clips. I'm like, oh, I know where that is.
Oh,
I know
cool.
what that is. Like, and they actually do a really good job. They do their homework on like the criminal law aspect of the case, or of the show. They do a really good job. They do their homework. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a real motion. Oh yeah, that's a real evidence issue.
Yeah.
And I love that it's about a lawyer that happens to be Latino, not a Latino lawyer. You know, it's like, yes, he's Mexican, but it doesn't.
But that's not
revolve
his whole
around-
character.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
it's not cringe.
that's
like,
what
I have
Hollywood
to go
gets
help
so
my abuela.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like when
Mhm.
it comes to any type of role that has any other type of culture, like or just a minority, they make their character just seem like revolve is like,
yeah.
dude, he just happens to be Latino and he happens to do this.
Yeah,
Like,
he happens.
why
to
does he
be
have to be the Latino this?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, come on, dude. He's like, yeah, like you said, like those cringy shows. Ah, dude, I gotta go talk to my abuela.
Yeah. No.
Oh, dude, you're chinga tu madre, or like something. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, oh my god, bro.
Exactly. So, I mean, I do like that show because they do a really good job of not focusing so much on his like nationality.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, there's a lot of parallels between us two. So I
That's
like
nice.
that. You know? Only exception.
There's I've seen this more recently just because it's been popping up on my like TikTok. It's like if your boss is mean to you, like, or if you have a bad boss, like you can sue.
Yeah. There's those are a little harder, right?
Yeah.
We don't like to take on cases unless they're either like fired or they just left because of how bad the work environment was. But yeah, there are cases in employment law where you can sue for being in a stressful work environment.
Could you sue for like a company like more into like favoritism? Like,
I mean,
someone who's moved up the rank and then he's just moving up the friends he made along the way that were like at his level at the time when they first started, and now he's moving them up.
yeah, I mean, it sounds like it could potentially be a discrimination case. It just, the facts, it's very fact specific. So.
Yeah.
I gotta go sue my old company. Jesus Christ. That was favoritism for sure. Yeah, it was just that same, like I told you. That's why I asked that, because like came to my head that anyone that was in a top position was because the person that got moved up into a higher position basically hired all the people he was very cool with when he was still at the very bottom. And now they're all up top. And it was like, they're not fit for the job though.
Yeah. No, could be a case.
For so there's car accidents, right? But do you guys also do like big rig accidents, like truck accidents?
Yeah, we do trucking accidents. We've seen some really crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
My dad's been in a really bad like trucking accident, and I think the hardest thing was like finding like a lawyer for it. And I think he went through a couple of lawyers, and they just, I don't know, like it was like the language barrier again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and it happens, and
yeah.
it's like, you know, they can't even talk to their lawyer in like their native language. They have to talk to like a case manager, and things get lost in translation, and like there's no direct communication with the lawyer. Which sucks.
That's cool. I totally remember about that right now. It's like, maybe I'll probably connect you with my father because he needs that.
Yeah.
Yeah, his brakes, like he was under his truck. Well, he was working on the truck and the brakes just went out.
Oh no.
Yeah, but he signed it. Well, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, let's not talk
about that later.
Yeah, let's talk about it later.
Talking about the case right
Yeah,
now.
I was like, I don't want to talk about no case. But congratulations, you just did a rebrand
Yeah.
2.0.
Esther the Lawyer 2.0.
How did that come about? Like, what are you hoping to see from this rebrand, or what are you maybe doing differently that you weren't doing?
I feel like I was playing it safe with like the marketing, online marketing, you know, because I wanted to be taken seriously. I'm like, oh, I want people to know that I'm a serious injury lawyer, and I want them to trust me. But you know, we're Latinos. We're like bold. We like comedy. We like to be like loud and live loudly. And I'm like, I want my brand to reflect that. Like that I'm like your cousin that went to law school. You know, I'm the girl or, you know, la prima that you can send your mom's case to. So, and just making the brand more fun and relatable.
Yeah. I did get that from like the pictures and like the colors. It was like very warm and looked like even your photos like warm but like powerful.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
I'm very excited for the more business that will come from that.
Thank you.
How important do you think is a rebrand, like especially in your, well, not a rebrand, but like your brand image,
Oh,
especially
for sure.
in like your field?
I mean, I'm competing against all the big billboard lawyers, you know, like those dudes, the older, stuffy men. And they put a lot of money in their marketing. So I just need to find for me, I was like, it's finding a way to stick out from the rest of them. You know, like I think you mentioned it earlier that like lawyers can come off as like standoffish and intimidating. I'm like, I don't want my brand to reflect that. Like, you know, I want it to be friendly and approachable.
Would you do a billboard?
I don't know. Maybe.
Or maybe like a bus. I like when they do like the bus ones. Those are cool. But like actually like on the bus.
Oh, on the bus.
Yeah, those are cool.
I know, like Adriana's insurance and freaking Veronica's insurance. You know they're sisters?
They're sisters, yeah. I just barely found that out. Isn't that like a monopoly?
That's an empire.
Can I sue?
No. Well, they're not.
At that point, just sue Disney.
No, because they're insurance brokers, and people don't understand the difference between like a broker and an insurance company. Like brokers shop around and find you insurance versus like an insurance agent that works with like one agency. You know.
Yeah.
So
that's what I also found out. They're not actually the
insurance.
They just help you find one.
They help you find insurance, which people don't know. So it's like I like doing informational stuff about that. It's like, you know, there's a difference between brokers and agents. Like, are you working with a broker who shops with different insurance companies, or are you working with one agent who only represents one company?
State Farm.
Why would someone go through like a brokerage like that?
To shop around, because they do give more competitive pricing, right? Versus like one insurance agent that can only give you the price for their company.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's why you find some really bad insurance coverages.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does that hurt the industry?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say so. I think brokers are good. It's a good thing to have brokers, but you have to know what you're looking for coverage wise. You know, it's like don't go. As Latinos, we like barato, bonito.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like Curacao.
Yeah.
And then next thing you got horrible credit.
Yeah, no, you just have to like do a little homework, understand the coverages that you need for yourself. You know, when you're shopping around for insurance. What's
something you should be on the lookout when looking for an attorney?
For an attorney?
Well, a lawyer.
For just in general, or?
Yeah, like green flags. Or maybe red flags. I think those are be easier to like spot out. No red flags in like lawyers.
Red flags, they're not answering your calls. You know, for me, a red flag is if you ask to speak to your lawyer and they give you the runaround and like you're talking to case managers versus a lawyer, that's a red flag. Honestly, firms with paper files, like that just goes to show that they're like antiquated.
Yeah, they're backed up.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, don't expect your case to move quickly with the paper file firm.
I always wondered what's usually how long. Well, I guess every case depends on how long it should take.
There's so many factors. Like if I like the 3 questions I always get, or the 2 questions I always get are, how much am I going to make and how long is my case going to take? I'm like, if I knew how to answer those in the first day, like I'd be all over every billboard.
Yeah.
But it's just every case is different. Injuries are different. Insurance coverages are different. You know, it's hard. It's hard to say.
Would you say it is a lot harder to sue companies or people that have so much money that they could just keep backtracking the case until like the person just stops suing because there's not much money to be.
Like they're spending more money on the fees.
Just going after it than.
Yeah, I mean, I go up against a lot of like corporate entities, and they for sure have more money to like.
Do you think that should be a thing where they should make that type of stuff legal so that way they can't get away with so much things, making it harder for someone that's probably not has those type of funds that can actually get their justice compared to these dudes that are like literally just paying it off so they don't have to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like my industry is under attack by the insurance companies, and like they're starting these packs pretty much saying, oh, lawyers, like, you know, because I'm considered like a consumer advocacy attorney. Like I represent the consumer, right? I'm always going up against insurance companies and corporations, and I represent the individual. But like these packs are saying, oh, these lawyers are greedy, terrible humans, and you shouldn't work with them. But it's a pact, and you don't like it's commercials saying that these are don't work with lawyers, are bad, they're bad, they're bad. But it's being paid for by the insurance company. So you know, it's kind of crazy.
Who's more greedy than the insurance company?
I know. I'm like, if insurance companies did the right thing, there wouldn't be a need for lawyers. That's how I always say it. You know, it's like the only reason my job exists is because insurance companies don't do the right thing.
Yeah.
And then they try to make us look like the greedy ones. I'm like,
That's
excuse
crazy.
me, sir.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
When you get into a car accident, like you just got in a car accident, what are some of the things you should do or not do? Like, what are some steps?
It just, hopefully, if you're not seriously injured where you're getting taken away in the ambulance, right? Because I have people that get taken away and they don't know who hit them. They don't know how it happened. They have no information. But let's say that it's not as a serious crash, like initial crash. Definitely get license and registration of the other party. Take pictures of their plates. And then take pictures of all the damage to your car and their car. Because sometimes people are like, oh, I only took pictures of my car. And like their car looks like it's not too bad. It's not too beat up, right? And then further into the case, we go into litigation. I get pictures from the defendant's car and it looks like a bomb went off on their car.
You think people like, is it just because of the car accident, or you think they probably like did more to their cars?
No, like it's pictures at the scene of the accident.
Okay.
But like they like as a person who just got their car hit, you're worried about your car. You're like, oh, look at the damage to my car. But then looking at damage to both vehicles kind of gives you a better picture of how serious like the impact was, right? Or like they'll like zoom in on a scratch and then like the bumper is like hanging off. I'm like, why didn't you take a picture of the bumper hanging off? Like they're focused on the scratch.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is there have you ever had a case where you're like, I don't know how, like there's just like no way to win it? You're like
I mean, it happens, and I'm very transparent with people from the jump. You know, like they call me, they're like, oh, you know, I was making a left turn and this person, you know, was driving too fast. They came out of nowhere. Like, I'll tell you if you are likely to be the person at fault, you know, or sometimes people call me, they're like, oh, my insurance is placing me at fault. And we go over the facts and I kind of explain why they're at fault. So like, I have a pretty good success rate because of the screening process initially.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you take on a lot of clients?
Yeah.
Is it like... Yeah, but you have a whole team now, right? How big's your team?
There's 18 of us.
Wow. And
We're
so
growing.
you founded it. That's your company. How did you go from you to 18 people?
I started it in my broom closet at my house.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah, like it was literally for the first 6 months, it was just me just grinding, you know, posting on Instagram and TikTok because that's really kind of my focus. Like my marketing is on social media.
Yeah.
So for 6 months, it was just me. And then I got my first hire like 6 months out and it was just me and her. And we joke around about us being in the broom. Like it was like a Harry Potter, you know, cupboard closet type of thing where we're just like, we'd bump into each other if we backed our seats. And we just, but the two of us, we've been grinding ever since. And it's 18 of us now.
Jeez.
Nice. Do you dislike lawyers that all they do is care about their record? Like, it's like they'll never take a case if they know they're going to lose. And because they just care about the image of their record.
Oh, there's a lot of those
I feel like
LA.
there is a lot.
There's a lot of those in LA.
They want to keep like a clean sweep. They want to make sure like their image seems the best because I've never lost, but it's because like they never take cases that they might lose.
Yeah. Now there's a lot of those lawyers, especially the bigger ones, like the older lawyers that kind of have like a reputation of like, oh, I've, you know, gotten these $1 million verdicts. Like they get pickier and like don't want to take anything that they think is less than $1 million. I'm like, I think that's messed up. You know, someone's injured. It might not be, you know, a 7-figure case, but they're injured and they need help. So like, why aren't we helping them? Yeah, is my thought process. Yeah.
We've been wanting to get like professionals and like people who actually know about their fields and stuff because we've been interviewing influencers for like the longest and just like how much more can we get out of the same. Yeah. I saw like this one podcast of someone interviewing a guy who does HVAC and he's like, this is what you should do to your air conditioner to get the most out of it. And I was hooked.
People are like, hell yeah.
Those guys make hella fucking
honestly,
money.
HVAC,
Especially during this time now, bro.
They're the real millionaires, man.
These guys are making so much money. We had to call a plumber at one time, and I was like, damn, I should just start plumbing.
I should just go to trade school.
Trade school's where it's at. Like, you know, I push law school for kids that want to go to law school, but I'm like, I am so down to push for trade school because like you can be union backed, you know, carpenter or electrician, and you're making like $200,000, $250,000.
It's insane.
Like I remember I had a client and I was like, how much do you make? You know, he had blue collar job, dude. And he's like, 250,000. I'm like, all right, let me see your tax returns. And I'm like, oh fuck, he does. Like shit. Like, damn. And you didn't go to school as long as I did.
And HVAC. Well, my friend, he just graduated from that trade school. So he's now he's looking for a job. But I think he did for like about a year.
Yeah.
And they're ready to go.
I went
My
7.
kids don't want to do that.
They all want to, yeah. They want to become the influencers. I'm like,
Yeah.
man.
What do you think about you think social media, you think it still has like that influence? Like, you think influencers still have like the influencer pop, like how they used to? Like, I feel like now influencers
It's
don't
not
really,
as much. But
I can't really trust as many influencers anymore. Like when they're promoting products.
yeah, they're losing
Credibility.
credibility with, I mean, it's all about credibility. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what you do, like,
Uh-huh.
but influencers definitely are getting kind of like a negative stereotype now. For
Yeah.
sure.
I think it's been like that though. It's been always that thing of like
Haters are always gonna
negative
hate, for sure.
Mhm.
But I feel like as far as like branding and purchasing power, I think it's going down because
think
people
what-
are more skeptical.
Yeah.
I think what people hate is the whole like someone can literally become viral sensation overnight, and then now they're making money just from that one thing that made them so viral.
Yeah.
And they're like, how the hell is like someone that's doing an actual job that's like, you know, means something, and this person just because of one viral moment, they have like a.
And I was
like
gonna throw names, but I'm like, I don't want to start beefing.
No, I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, okay, one that comes out of my head that's there's
Shawty Bay. I can't.
Shawty
I don't
Bae.
understand her, but like,
you think she's
power to
done?
her.
You think her longevity of being social media, you think it's coming to an end?
I don't know, man. People surprise me.
You know who fell off crazy? Ash Trevino.
Yeah.
That was bound to happen with what's
But like,
going
just I
on.
think TikTok just switched her off
Yeah.
because I heard they have some type of power to like just make
Really?
who's popping and who's not popping.
Don't get me started on conspiracies. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There's like another example, that girl Bad Baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Nah,
dude.
she's doing good.
Yeah, she's like a rapper.
Yeah,
My
yeah, she's
point
doing
was
good.
the fact that it came just from a viral moment on a
Yeah.
TV show, and then now
Dr.
she's
Phil.
making millions, and
It's
it's,
like,
kind of
thanks,
like,
Dr. Phil. I'm just kidding.
yeah, thanks a lot, Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
So
gosh.
you into conspiracies?
I listen to them. I don't really feed into it.
Do you have one that you feel like you definitely want? You're like, this is not even conspiracy. This is life.
I can't
That
think of
one
one.
conspiracy, you're like, this. It just should not be a conspiracy. This is real.
I feel like everything's a conspiracy until like,
Proven
and then
right.
10 years later, everyone's like, you see, I was right.
It was true.
Yeah.
To you, but what is that one that's not been proven right, but you're like, nah, this is real?
I don't know. Okay, I don't know conspiracies like that. My office is into it. Like my assistant, she's our lead case manager, Kelly. We call it Kelly's conspiracies. I'm like, okay, what's the new conspiracy
what's-
today,
yeah.
Kelly?
That's
Putting
funny.
poison in the water, man.
The poisoning the water supply.
No, one that actually was proven true is that root canals cause cancer. There was like a whole documentary on it on
What the
Netflix,
heck?
and like 3 days into it being on Netflix, like the Dental Association of America like threatened to sue, and they took it off Netflix.
That is wild.
So
And
that
I
is
don't-
actually true.
I don't trust the dentist association because every toothpaste is like 4 out of 5 dentists recommended.
Who's that one? Who's that last guy?
And why is that? Why are they all 4 out of 5?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sometimes 4 to 5, 9
And
to 10.
I did hear another root canal conspiracy. It's like the ultimate money glitch is you don't take out every part of you keep some in there, so they have to keep coming back and remove it.
I heard it causes cancer, and apparently like there's a really, really strong correlation between like cancer and root canals. I'm like, that's crazy.
So we're not supposed to get them taken out, or we
Well,
are?
I'm not.
You still have yours?
Yeah, I've never needed one.
Oh, I'm getting confused with wisdom teeth.
Oh no, wisdom teeth is different.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
dang.
Yeah, I
got-
definitely got my wisdom teeth taken out.
Yeah,
Does everyone have? Okay, I know it's a dumb question. Does everyone have wisdom teeth or?
Some people don't,
Okay, 'cause,
The lucky
I
ones.
never had to.
or some
Do
people
that.
do have them and they just never come out.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah, I think.
I heard
think
it's
you're
a
okay.
pain. I heard it's like a pain in the butt.
yeah. I had 2 of them taken out the same day. I remember the last thing I heard, the doctor was saying, "Do they put roosters in like KFC?" I was like, "What?" And I
And then
knocked
you
out.
knock
Yeah, and
out?
I knocked out, and I was like, "What?" the-"
Who
I
asked
literally-
you a redundant?
no, he
question?
was talking to
Oh.
the nurse, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I knocked out.
You're
And I just-
dreaming about chickens
Yeah.
and roosters.
And I wake up like everything's doubled. I'm like, I see why you're not supposed to drive. I was like, I remember I was getting on the freeway. When I was the passenger
You
seat.
drove?
No, I was
Oh,
passenger
I was about to
seat.
say, I'm like, who
My
do we
mom-
gotta sue? I'm just kidding.
My mom was getting on the freeway, and I just see the freeway just split into 2. And I was like, that is wild.
Fuck. That'd have been so bad, bro.
Yeah. Have you ever been in? This is like a funny question. Have you ever like gotten in a situation where you're like, I don't need a lawyer. I am the lawyer. You're like maybe like workplace or
A few times, yeah, where I'm like, I'm gonna represent myself. Like, I
Yeah.
might as well. I went to law school for it. No, but I'm also it's so funny because I'm so litigious professionally. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna file this lawsuit. I have to file a lawsuit now. I have to like fight and sue and do all that. So in my personal life, I'm very chill. I'm like, I really don't care. Like, it's like a 180.
Yeah.
For people that may not know, because people can just say like, oh, I'm gonna file a lawsuit, I'm gonna file a lawsuit. How do you actually file a lawsuit?
It just depends what kind of lawsuit, you know. I mean, we're talking
Let's
like
go
civil,
to
criminal.
your field.
Me.
There's workplace negligence. I get hurt. What is the right way to file a lawsuit?
Well, every case is different. Usually for personal injury cases, the statute of limitations is 2 years, right? So we open up a claim against the defendant. We do a little bit of investigation, like how the accident happened, all that stuff. While the person's treating, right? Let's say they're done treating, right? We gather the records, we sent a formal demand stating, oh, you're negligent because of this, this, and this. These are their medical expenses. This is their pain and suffering. This is how much they missed work. Give us X amount of money in the next 30 days, or give us some kind of offer. And we just go back and forth. If we can't agree to a certain amount, I'm very quick to file lawsuits. I'm like, okay, we're fine. Because other firms just wait until right before the 2-year mark and then file the lawsuit just to save the statute of limitations. I don't do that. Like, I will file a lawsuit within the first year.
That's great.
Like, if I have to. Yeah, I'm aggressive.
Can you sue for like a bar fight? Like, I'd say like
Yeah.
someone like socks me like outside a bar.
I mean, again, it just depends on the facts. Like, I have sued, you know, the bars themselves when it's like a bouncer that's really aggressive, or, you know, like the bouncer lets things happen. So maybe not necessarily against the individual, but
to the establishment
that allowed it to happen. Like, they got too drunk, you didn't kick them out in time,
or you can,
you know, things like that.
Nah, there's some terrible.
That's some horrible bouncers.
There's some horrible bouncers, because I've seen one time literally a dude get jumped by 2 dudes, and only because for whatever reason, they literally and he's knocked out. The bouncers literally throw the guy outside, knocked down the floor, and the other 2 dudes that beat him up stayed inside.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lawsuit.
I'm thinking like they probably just know them. That's why.
That's very likely.
Is it expensive? I think that's the main thing people think about. Like, well, I don't want to get a lawyer because it's expensive. Is it like an upfront cost, or is it something you pay afterwards?
For me, in my practice, I work on a contingency, meaning you don't pay me anything until I win your case. Like, I only get paid if you get paid, and I get paid a percentage. And a lot of the times people are like, I don't want to pay a lawyer. I'll just handle it myself.
Yeah.
But usually, I think when you hire a lawyer, your settlement, your payout tends to be at least 3 times higher than if you represent yourself, because, you know, I know what I'm doing versus a lot of people, their first interaction with like the legal system is a car accident, right? Because sometimes they're inevitable. So, you know, it's better to hire someone that knows what they're doing. You'll get a better settlement, you'll get better treatment. You know, we make sure that you're taken care of. We even take care of like the property damage claim. So we make sure that your car gets repaired, or, you know, if your car's a total loss, we make sure that the insurance company pays you like the best bang for your buck.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's 1 year where I got in 3 car accidents.
You need a limpia.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I got 3, but I was living good because I none of them were my fault. So I got paid out for like a good year.
No,
Just went to a chiropractor a little longer.
Yeah.
I think I always tell people, like, you get a car accident, go to a chiropractor.
Yeah. Or, I mean, it just depends on the accident, how bad it is, right? If you have a broken bone, do not go to the chiropractor. But yeah,
makes sense.
chiropractors are my homies.
So recently there's been a lot of celebrity news with like court cases and stuff. Do you ever like keep up with them and put yourself in like the lawyer's shoes? Like, oh, I would have done this differently, or maybe you should go do that.
Sometimes, you know, there's so many cases, like celebrity cases going on all the time. Like the one I was following A$AP Rocky's criminal case for a minute. I was actually in the same hearing one time. It was like a case management conference, and it was when Black China was suing the Kardashian family.
Oh wow.
We were all in the same hearing, and I was like, "Ooh, I want the tea."
Yeah.
It was a quick case management conference, so I didn't really know anything, but it was crazy hearing like their names getting called out, and I was like, "Oh, that's fun."
Recently, right? Last week, Chris Brown got arrested in the UK.
Yeah, you got arrested
I
in
think
the
it was
UK.
last week, or 2 weeks ago.
And his tour starts like pretty soon, but he's still gonna be in jail during
People
the
believe
tour.
that it's Jay-Z's company that's behind it again, because they feel like
Was that a conspiracy?
Because they
Want
feel
to talk
like
about conspiracies?
Jay-Z,
ROC Nation.
ROC Nation's behind the stabbing of Tory Lanez and all this stuff, him going to jail and all that, because whatever Tory Lanez had the disagreement with them.
Yeah.
Don't know the full story, right? But basically, they blame everything on Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're like the new number one target when it comes down to like people in higher power that control a lot of stuff, like Diddy. So like they're the ones that people are like saying that, you know, it's not just Diddy, it's
Jay-Z.
it's Jay-Z and Beyonce.
That's crazy. I have heard of that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, so they think they're behind the Tory Lanez thing because of the disagreement or like kind of beef they had.
Yeah.
And then now the Chris Brown thing, because I think Chris Brown is friends with Tory Lanez, and something, don't know the full story, but basically they think that they're behind him being arrested for.
What do we know?
Forgot what it was for.
What did he get arrested for? That was my question.
It was in UK.
Yeah, what did he do, Chris Brown?
Not disorderly
He is
conduct.
unhinged.
Yeah, he is unhinged.
I've seen him. I'm like, that man is unhinged.
Justin Bieber's super unhinged right now. I don't know if you've been.
Yeah, I've seen pictures.
Give me a
He's
second.
so happy.
Why am I going my text?
And even with
Keep talking. Hold on.
with Tory Lanez, there's a new I forgot what her thing, but she wants to open up the case again with Tory Lanez because
Megan Thee Stallion.
yeah, it's like a
DA.
prosecutor.
Yeah, the
maybe a
district
DA.
attorney's office.
Yeah.
of LA.
Have you been keeping up with that case?
No, not at all.
Yeah, that one's. If you want to talk about conspiracy, that's a conspiracy.
Interesting.
Here it is. Chris Brown was arrested last week at a hotel in Manchester, England, and charged with grievous bodily harm. The singer is accused of attacking a music producer with a tequila bottle at Tape London, a nightclub in the Mayfair district.
I'm sure there's video footage of it.
Yeah, if it's in the club.
I don't think that's unhinged. He did it.
Yeah, he did that.
This
He's
is-
done some crazy shit.
This took place in February 2023, and they're barely arresting him
Oh
now.
wow.
I'm guessing because he left the country,
I was
he
gonna
came
say,
back, and then they got
They
him.
probably had a warrant out for his arrest, and then
2 years later.
Yeah, I know criminal. I mean, I don't know
The
the
statute of
laws.
limitations,
I don't know the
yeah.
statute of limitations in the UK, but
Mhm.
it sounds like it was within, which is why they arrested him.
It's a serious thing to not go to your what's it called when you get caught as to be a jury.
Oh, jury duty.
Jury duty.
I missed it last time.
I've missed all of them that
All
I've been
of
called
them?
to. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean,
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what.
this isn't legal advice, right? I'm not your lawyer.
Yeah, no,
No.
my lawyer. Okay. So I'm good,
Not
right?
yet, hopefully.
Not gonna get arrested.
I don't think I've ever seen like
Someone get arrested.
them get arrested or like contempt of court for not going to jury duty. But you should do your civic duty. It's fun, especially as chismosos.
Yeah.
Like everyone at my office is like, I hope I get picked for jury duty just because we're all.
I wouldn't be able to. Like, even though if I got picked, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, you know, like you see even the shows are wrong, but like sometimes they say like the judge has a power to be like, the jury will ignore that statement or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, no, let's not ignore that. I'll be in the crowd like, no, let's not fucking ignore that statement. Hold on.
Yeah.
What the fuck did he say? I'd be like, and then we'd be in the room trying to like judge if he's guilty or not. I'd be like,
Remember
I know we're supposed to ignore what. I don't give a fuck. Did you hear what he fucking said? No. He's not innocent. Hell no. Like that. Like anytime they say ignore that statement or ignore
It's
that
like how we
remark,
ignore things.
how am I gonna fucking
Yeah.
ignore that? No, this motherfucker clearly said something. Like no. I'm not ignoring shit. I'm still pointing that towards the vote. Fuck that.
Have you seen Trial on Fire?
No.
Such a good movie.
Is it?
It's about this. I think it's on Netflix. It's about this guy, and it's based on a true story, which
I
makes
love true stories. I'm like the Mexican mom. I was like, I like it because it's a true story.
But then it's so sad though, and then it makes it sad. You're like, fuck, this is a true story. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's about this guy
Wait, is it the one whose daughter's like
burned
burned
in the
he
house
was-
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was crying. I did see that
Yeah.
actually. Oh, it made me cry.
Yeah,
For
and then
sure.
because it's just like the negligence in like the court system. Like, have you ever dealt with
The
things like that?
investigators were very quick to like make the determination. Like they already thought he was guilty without doing a proper,
Yeah.
like unbiased investigation. Oh yeah, that was heartbreaking. And then he like
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad. It's
Do you
sad.
like beef with other lawyers, like when you go like, or like the criminal or the like? I mean, the opposing
The
team.
defense for
Yeah.
it's the insurance
Their
attorneys.
lawyers, the
Yeah, the
attorneys?
attorneys for the insurance companies. I mean, I wouldn't say beef, but
You're like, these guys are just.
no, there's definitely some lawyers where I'm like, I see their name on like the letter. Like I was like,
Yeah.
damn it, this guy again. I'm like shit.
Yeah.
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 Just because they're hard to work with, they're
Because
just.
they're annoying. They're like, yeah, rude.
Uh-huh.
Just like, oh.
Do you think that? Oh, I'm sorry.
My bad. I was gonna say, I just think the most hated lawyers are the ones that are defense attorneys for like people that like criminals, like criminal justice.
Mhm.
Like if you're a defense attorney for someone that like
That
maybe
obviously
killed somebody,
did the-
obviously did it, but you're still defending them. It's like, well, I mean, everyone deserves a lawyer.
Yeah.
But it's like, but the fact that sometimes these lawyers are kind of grimy. They say like they're trying to, file for like insanity or something. It's like, you fucking bitch, bro. Like
The way I see it, I feel like everyone does deserve a lawyer.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that you should be considered innocent until proven guilty, right? But I think for criminal defense attorneys, it's not so much proving the innocence of their client, but trying to mitigate and minimize the sentence itself.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, my guy probably did it, but instead of 25 years, like how about we do 5 years and probation and like some kind of rehabilitation, which is like I get it. Yeah.
No, but
Depends on the
like I said, like the ones that are grimy are the ones that always try to plead for insanity, especially when it's like this guy has shown no signs of being insane, but now that he's getting, is going to court, now he wants to plead insanity. It's like, and you're going along with this as a lawyer, like, come on, bro.
I mean, I don't really know a lot of criminal defense attorneys that would like necessarily do that.
Yeah.
I know, like, I have friends that are public defenders, and like they're like, they'll be like I said, oh, I know my guy did it, but I want to minimize his time versus
That's totally different than just trying to bail this guy out from going to
completely.
actual jail and just going to like an asylum where he's gonna get like.
I was just watching Batman, like
Oh, yeah.
Batman Begins. I'm like, that was like the whole mob.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would try to plea everyone insane so they can go to Arkham.
And they
Sorry.
always win. And they always won.
And they always won. I have a question this is more like in the relationship based area. So being like when people argue with you, let's say you guys argue or you argue with friends, do you always win? Like,
no,
you always have like a good case?
I will admit when I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe he'll tell you different.
Yeah.
But like, it's when like I said, I don't like to be argumentative and litigious like in my personal life because
like
like
you're
I have
clocked
to I literally do it for a living. Like it's a great job. I get to fight for a living.
Yeah.
I get to argue with people, which is nice because I get that out.
You get
I get
the
it out at
reward.
work. It's like, oh, I'm gonna argue with this like POS.
Yeah.
Like, let me call this adjuster and like.
You're
give him a piece
basically
of my
like
mind.
professionally saying, nah, bitch. Actually,
Actually, it's what happened.
But it's all professional.
It's like, listen here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Listen, you don't even have your fucking facts straight, okay? So here's what happened. But no, you do it professionally, and so you don't have that. It
at
doesn't.
home,
Yeah.
if I realize that I like messed up, I'll be like, sorry, babe, you're right. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
How does that feel, sir?
It's like you just beat a lawyer, bro.
He's done that before. He's like, I beat a lawyer, Or there's been times where like I'm talking to him and he's like, why do I feel like you're cross-examining me? I'm like, because I am.
Just asking you different like questions to get like every time
To get to the right answer. I'm like, I know the answer. I'm trying to get you there.
That's hilarious.
Like a question for everybody. You think that's why it might be hard for like a therapist or a psychiatrist to get into a relationship because
Psychoanalyzing their partner.
Yeah.
if people feel like they're probably just always being like evaluated or like just examined through like the way they are or whatever or the situation itself.
For sure. I feel like you need some type of like I don't know if being naive is the right word, but like you don't want to go into a relationship thinking you know everything. I feel like you got to have some
100%.
some like
You have to have some humility.
yeah,
A little humility. Be like, okay.
Yeah. So would you say you give like good like relationship advice?
I think I give the best relationship
Yeah.
advice. No. Well, we're actually celebrating 19 years together in July.
Wow.
Which is crazy. We started dating at 14. We're still together.
Any
So I'm
big
like,
plans for the 20 for next year?
right? That's what I said. I'm like, let's throw a party.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. Why not? Life's short.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing about me. I like to celebrate. I'm like, anything. I'll celebrate anything.
That's
But 20 years
that. Life is
together is
about
like something
celebrating.
cool.
That is
You know,
huge.
like you don't really hear about that often. Like we met in middle school. We started dating in high school.
You guys are middle school sweethearts.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's
Yeah. Well, high school sweethearts because we were friends in middle school. I friend zoned him all 3 years.
Be honest, how long did you like her?
Wow.
So you liked her since middle school?
Yeah.
See?
And he had friend zone.
doing-
She got
I'm doing
friend zone
something
for
right.
3 years.
I don't think he asked her, but he was scared to ask her. He's like, I
He
don't know if she
was.
likes me.
I made the first move.
In
Oh
high
really?
school?
You know, that's what
Freshman year.
I've always heard. It's like girls who make the first move. Usually the relationships last.
Yeah.
Cause
So
like
I tell the girls, I'm like, make the move. Like, why not? Like, obviously, don't be too aggressive about it either.
Yeah.
But be like, hey, I like
I wouldn't
you.
mind it.
Right?
Like, oh, you're aggressive. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
you want me? You want me like that?
Yeah, it's like, girls, shoot your shot. Like, don't wait.
I've always agreed with that statement because like it's always the norm for a guy to do the chasing, right? Which is totally fine too. But a guy's always shocked and surprised when like even if he likes a girl, but he probably doesn't know how she feels back, and then she makes a move. It's like kind of like you feel like justified. You're like, oh my god, like my feelings weren't like gone to shit.
Yeah, they were validated.
They were validated,
Yeah.
and this girl actually likes me, and she did it enough to make the first move.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're just like what? Like a
It's
mind bender.
nice.
Yeah.
I think it's good. Like, girls, like, you know what you want. Like, don't wait for the guy. And even when you're in a relationship, don't wait for the guy to read your mind. Tell him what you want, you know?
Thank you.
yeah, because guys are oblivious. Like we just
Very.
Because also we're never trying to like if
we're not trying to overstep.
We're
That's
not trying to
why.
overstep. We're not trying to seem creepy. Like if we actually like if we really like a girl, we're not trying to overstep. We're not trying to like
yeah.
make. We're not.
Beth.
Yeah, Beth.
Beth is she
She's
doesn't
different.
know it yet.
That's
She
the love of
doesn't
his
know it,
life.
okay?
Yeah.
But like we're
Wait
never
for
trying
Beth
to
to make the first move.
We're never trying to overstep or seem creepy because we don't want to kill that momentum or that maybe that hope that she does like you back or whatever. But sometimes girls never are straightforward with what they like. It's like more of like a playing a game, not like in a bad way, but like they want. It's just this weird thing where like they might tell you straight up they will or they don't, and it's like you have to like figure it out. Like they'll drop hints. You're like, don't give me hints, bro. I'm so dumb.
Yeah.
Please
You're
stop
dumb.
with the hints.
Yeah.
Like you like, how'd you not get it? Like I've been trying to tell you I like you for so long. It's like,
Guys
how?
are oblivious.
Where the hell were the
She's
hints?
like, I
What was
stared
the
at
hint?
you. I stared at you. That's the
It's
hint.
like,
I could've been looking dumb
looked
that
in
day.
your
I don't know.
direction.
yeah, you should have.
I also tell girls to go for the nice guys. Like the quiet guys, like I'm like, they get mad that they go after the bad boy, and then the bad boy like does them dirty. I'm like, go for the nice
Go for
guys.
the
Because
nice
the bad boy was
guys.
just sexier, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
There's this little thing about them like saying like, oh, I'm gonna get this bad boy and we're gonna fall in love. He's not gonna be a bad boy anymore. He's just gonna be like,
Stop
Yeah.
trying to fix a man.
Yeah,
That's
you can't
you're
fix
trying
a
to get
man.
into a relationship trying to fix him. I'm like, girl, no,
Yeah.
no.
especially at this age, like do that
Yeah,
when you're like in your
age.
teens.
Yeah.
Do that in your teens, bro, not in your 20s.
So we have this segment here. It's called Take the Mic, where it's 100% anonymous questions or advice or things people want to get off their chest from our fans. And usually we give, I don't know how our relationship advice can go up and down, but you're a lawyer, so your advice is probably great. But again, we'll disclaimer with everything. This is not legal advice.
This is not legal advice. I am
But-
not your lawyer.
This is
Yeah.
not a professional setting. Let's just say that right now. This is us just shooting the shit.
Yeah, but this should be fun. All right, so first one, hot take. Why wait so long to have kids? Do y'all really want to be 50 to 60 when your kids graduate? Barely enough time to even see your grandkids. For context, I'm 25, been married for 5 years, and have a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old.
Don't know how likely it is for a 6-year-old woman to have babies, honestly.
Wait, what? No. She's like, because she's saying when you're 50 or 60, your kids are going to be graduating.
No, do you really want to be 50, 60? Oh, okay,
Okay,
mind.
women are having babies later and later. Like
Yeah, I've noticed
50s,
that.
Yeah.
I've been seeing
you're
like I've been
'Cause,
seeing
like,
it up and
before
freezing their
it was
eggs.
like it was like around your like late 40s, right? There was a time where like that was kind of very dangerous for women to have babies.
Technically, and I hate this. I feel like this is so sexist, but after 35, it's considered like a geriatric or like advanced maternal aging,
35?
which is crazy.
That is still young.
That's
That
young
is
as hell.
young.
And I think like our lifestyles are changing. People are living longer, so
They're
I think it's
healthier.
okay. It's okay to like wait to have kids, but I had my kids at 30 and 31.
I think it's a great
Or, sorry,
age.
31, 32. Yeah.
That seems like the normal, like what you see as like the good old American family.
Yeah.
Mm.
They have their careers already set and they have a baby at 30 or whatever. It's like
but
you guys lived like the stereotype,
The American dream.
the American dream. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You got, look at this cute guy. Look at him. Just look at him.
Yeah, that's my goal, to like have kids when I'm like 32, 33.
See, for me personally, I didn't want to be too old because it's hard keeping up after kids. Like we were just, talking to Caesar about that. It's like we're
Yeah.
trying to burn him out. Like we burn out, trying to burn them out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I didn't want to be too old. But again, I respect people that wait until like their 40s to have kids because they're more financially stable or, they found the right partner. I think the worst thing you can do is like get the wrong partner for a kid.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime joint venture.
Yeah, 18 years.
I mean, their whole life though,
Yeah.
really, like legally 18, but their whole life. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder.
Mm.
I feel bad for those people.
No, I say it's okay to wait. And then, I'm also a little jealous of like, the people that we went to high school with that like had kids at like 18, 19.
Yeah, because they're like
their kids
young.
are practically
They're like best friends with their kids.
Yeah, well, they're best friends with their kids, and now they're in like high school about to graduate, and like they get to live their 20s and their 30s now.
Yeah.
It's like swapped.
Oh, that's true.
About to be 41 in the club with my kids. While they're 21.
Yeah.
I'm only 20 years apart from my kids.
All right, let me see. These are updates. So a little update on my 2 kids from across the border that could be significant in my life.
Oh, it's this guy.
I don't remember this guy.
The guy that said he might be he has autism.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the guy, yeah.
Yeah, so I decided that I broke up with my girlfriend because I have to respect myself and focus on my kids that I left out. So I found myself a job and hired a therapist to help communicate with my autism. And I got in contact with my kid who I haven't seen in 2 years ago recently. And I just wanted to be there with my second kid, technically, but the kid I left in Mexico, I haven't decided yet. But my family over there would tell me, especially my cousin, because my kid's mom is her friend. So once I come back there, my cousin would help me guide myself with being present with my kid there. Who knows? Maybe I'll bring him to the US someday. So thanks for getting inside my head to own up to it. Okay, so it was this guy who he had kids and he didn't like, he was like hiding the kids.
Like he wasn't in their lives.
He wasn't in their lives. So we
But-
told him, I was like, bro, you gotta go tap in with your kids.
And I guess he did.
I guess he
Shout
did.
out to the guy. Hey,
Aw.
he took responsibility. Nice.
That's good. Hey, everyone needs therapy.
Yeah.
Autism or not. Like everyone.
I told you I needed it.
Hey, so I tried submitting this to Bueno Bueno, but never got a call, SMH. All good though, since now I'm shy. Well, my question is, I am falling for a Marine. He's about to graduate boot camp. I'm not sure if I should trust him, wait for him, since these kind of guys have a reputation. We met 2 months before he left, and he has been writing me letters, but they so nonchalant. He doesn't express his emotion, barely wrote to me these past 3 months. We did agree we were exclusive, but we not official since I wanted to wait for him to be done with training. He graduates end of May and comes back for 10 days and then leaves another 3 months for training. I'm starting to think he doesn't like me as much now since we already have had sex and he barely been writing to me. What do y'all think? Should I just move on or see how things go?
I vote she moves on.
Yeah.
It's already like at a bad start. It's not going to get better.
Yeah, it's not I mean, he's going to be stationed somewhere else. Like, shout out, but also, by the way,
Marines
happy
need love,
Memorial
too.
Day.
These Marines need love.
Shout out
too,
to the
bro.
Marines. Yeah, they do need love. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
I meant good luck for that Marine because for the most part, there's been many, many, many times where the Marines come back home from a long tour. And what is the wife doing? Banging the neighbor or banging some coworker. So, like, good luck to that Marine, man. That's all I know. But, like, I'm glad she cares that he writes or not. That shows some good signs that she really likes this dude. Let's just hope you don't change your mind about a year or two when he's out at war or whatever, sacrificing himself for the country and for you. But, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that to me, that is insane. Like, you can't just break up with someone, like, without having to do all the extra steps.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's insane.
I think just like not pursue it until like he's like done with being like stationed, like he's done. Because why go through all that trouble of just writing and like,
Because he
peace
needs
of
to,
mind, you know?
He knows he's fighting for the country, but he needs that reminder that he has that.
He
goal
has
and
someone to fight for.
He has someone to fight for. Like he comes.
This is giving World War II.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
I'll be back.
He's gonna be in the
Like,
trenches.
yeah, they get in the
He's
train.
gonna take off his helmet.
Oh, you see the
He's
picture
he's
right
gonna
there.
See the picture of him and his girl, and he's gonna be there. And the shot's gonna fire again. He's gonna wake up. He's like, "My baby,"
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you need that motivation, bro.
No, I say move on, baby girl.
Yeah, I say move on as well.
Yeah, I don't know how old you are, but you don't want to like wait around for someone that's already not putting enough effort.
I'd say do it from the back when he comes back on Memorial Day. All right.
Hi guys, thank you for doing what y'all do and always making me laugh. Your podcast is the reason I feel less lonely, so I really appreciate you. Thank you. Question: I had an ex I dated for a year, and we had a friends with benefits 6 months before that. The entire time we would hook up, he never let me give him head.
What?
But he loved eating me out. I was always a bit bothered as to why he never let me.
Why are you mad?
Yeah. Like, wouldn't a guy love it? I'm not sure if he had a bad experience on his first time. I was his second body count. He was my first random hookup. Anywho, why do you think he never let me give him head? He just wants to know your thoughts. Dude,
This guy's playing chess so hard right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's playing chess.
He's fucking
He's
with
like,
you.
he's like, it's like to the point where I don't know how much girls actually like, giving, some fellatio, whatever you want to call it, right?
Just depends.
It depends, right? Yeah, it
the
depends.
mood.
So this man is either does not like he had a terrible experience, he probably got bit or something, it hurt so bad, whatever. Or this man's playing the best game of chess ever because he's like, maybe, I don't know if she likes it or not, but now she's thinking like, why the hell is he not giving me head? Like, why does he not let me give him head? I want to give him head now.
Nah, there's something. I think it's an insecurity of his.
No, the moment he agrees, she's going to give him the best.
Nah, bro, it's been a year and 6 months.
Bro, she's going to give him the
That's
best.
a long game, bro.
I'm telling you. Hey, that's a long game. But he's probably waiting for the right moment where she just snaps.
I think there's like some insecurity.
There's
going on in
something,
there.
because that's...
Okay.
No, I think...
She
But
doesn't
I'm like,
want-
hey, that's not a bad problem to have.
Yeah,
about
she's
that.
having,
It's
like...
I need to know if she has seen him soft.
For... Like, very likely. They've been together for... Hooking up for a year and a half.
Maybe it's always that they started up where he's already getting, aroused.
Yeah.
So she
he
hasn't
didn't have a honey
seen
pack.
it. She hasn't seen it, in its normal state.
I don't think so.
I don't know. He's probably...
There's
he's probably
something more.
insecure.
There's level. I don't know. There's something
It's not
more
you,
to-
girl. It's not
Communicate. I think just communicate it out. Be like, hey,
Yeah, you're gonna have to
what
ask
gives?
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what gives?
What gives? All right, next one. I'm a 36 female married to 32 male.
Yes.
We've been married for 4 years now, and we have been trying to get pregnant for years now. Y nada.
Ooh.
Anyways, I never thought I'd have this problem, and I'm getting old quick. My husband is going to the doctor in June to get checked with a fertility doctor. I'm scared to make my own appointment. I've asked him if he would leave me if I was the one with the problem. He says no, but not sure if it's true, since he has always wanted to be a dad. And well, on my side, I don't really care if I become a mom or not. I love this man. He makes really good money. He's a great provider. He spoils me when I let him. I'm scared to lose him. I'm a stay-at-home wife. I don't know if that matters, but I'd like to know what you guys would do if you were in his shoes. Drop the relationship or do if adopt or just give up. He says he'd like to adopt, which I'm okay with. I just know it's so expensive. And while I might be expensive too, I just think I'm kind of too old to be having my first kid at 37, 38. I don't know. Just want to see your guys' perspective. Love you guys and keep up the great work. Love you,
pronounce it
Air
as IVF? It's IVF.
IVF. Oh, my bad. I don't know what IVF. I don't have.
I
just know you said do if adopt just give up.
Oh,
I was
my
like,
bad.
I think it's IVF.
IVF. That's why it threw me off because sometimes people just.
You didn't let him
IVF.
finish the last part. I thought you were excited about the last
I know. I
part.
thought that's why you were giggling.
Yeah.
Love you,
no,
Air Bear. Stay sexy.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
We were just talking about this
Let him
too.
leave you. Say what's up to me. What's going on since you say that last part. That's all I'm going to say.
He doesn't need any more kids. Like, you're good with them.
I'm down for more, but if you don't need more, you don't need more. Fuck, we're good.
No blanks over here.
I'm shooting fucking solids, baby.
So,
Yeah, this is a hard one because if it's either man or woman that really wants kids, there's just no wanting. There's just you can't take that away from them, honestly.
yeah.
But you also can't force someone to have kids that they don't want to, unless they feel truly comfortable enough to do that with you because they really love you, and of course they're gonna love their own child.
Mm-hmm.
She seems, like she said, she's up for it.
Yeah.
Is she the one that's like really looking forward for it? No. But
Like she, one way or another, she'll be okay.
Yeah, she'll be
It sounds like
okay.
he does want to be a dad.
yeah.
And that's a really hard position to be in for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. 'Cause
I
even-
say give yourself the shot of doing like at least one round of IVF, see if it works, so that like and he knows that you guys tried, everything you could.
Before
then if it
like
doesn't-
making
yeah.
decisions, yeah.
And then if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and then you can have a conversation. But at least he knows that you tried everything, and yeah, it's hard. That's a hard one.
Yeah,
that's
that's
heavy.
scary.
That is heavy.
Yeah, because I would love to have kids. I mean, I feel like that's I would love to have kids. So like if I have like if my partner, which I love so much, can't have kids, that'd be like so heartbreaking. I'm like, but to leave a person
Because they can't. That's like
that
2 stabs. It's like
Yeah.
stab, like I can't have a kid, and then stab you, leave me.
But that is a
Yeah.
big part of your life.
I know.
That's one thing.
Hey,
that's
dinks is
there.
everyone loves being a dink. Dual income, no kids. It's a whole thing now. It's a movement. So it's like you can
Be a dink.
the dink
Be
dual
a
income,
dinkster.
no kids. Dinkster over here.
Yeah,
Dual
look at this
income, no
dinkster
kids.
over
No,
here.
no kids.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Sorry, you were gonna say. I'm so sorry.
oh no, you're fine. I'm just like, you either really, do the IVF. If it doesn't work, then just really lean on the dink thing.
Hmm.
Or I guess they aren't dinks though, because she's a stay-at-home.
Yeah.
Mm. And adopting's always great. I just hate how the system for adopting is just so expensive. Where like they make it for
difficult.
certain families that would be great parents can't do it because they don't have that type of funds to be able to do that. But there's always that psychological thing with like with the like humans that they want to have a kid from their own
Their own blood.
their own specimen, whatever you want to say, right? That
My
even
own
like, of
sack.
course,
Yeah.
my own sack,
My bloodline.
the product of my semen, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, of course, when you adopt a kid, they're gonna become your own. They're your kid, your baby. But like, there's always that thing in your mind, like,
Yeah, there's some connection.
I need that, like, to show, like, you're my blood.
Yeah.
I know, like, I know my son or daughter here is not
Yeah,
my
yeah.
blood, but like, that's still my kid.
Yeah.
But like, he's gonna want like that, just that
like
blood type.
They want that nose. Or
Yeah, they want the same
dimple.
eyes.
They want the kid to look like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
Ooh.
adoption is always an option. Oh, adoption an option. Eh?
Adoption an option.
But
Or
yeah,
look
he's-
for like a friend who has a baby and just go babysit them.
or if
And then soon you'll go back, maybe I don't want kids.
maybe let's just say she has the problem, but he doesn't. He could just always, put the semen and they can have
Yeah.
a surrogate mother, or the other way around. If she can just grab, a donor and then have it, just like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's gonna work out better for her if he's the one with the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Because
so
then
too.
because he's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere. Who you can have babies with, bro?
Cut
I'm so sorry. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm
that.
so
Cut
sorry.
that.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I think she's fine. I think they both love each other. They should.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a reason to like leave.
Figure out like who's the one having the problems. If it's her, like try the IVF. If it's him, then at least you won't feel bad if you can't have kids.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like she's okay either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's willing to do it.
Hey guys, my little bro, 21-year-old, is autistic and he has never had a girlfriend or first kiss. My brother is considered high functioning. No one can tell he's in the spectrum. He is a bit awkward and doesn't understand a lot of social cues. My parents, mainly my mom, is super worried that he has not had any experiences, mainly because my brother has hinted to us that he might be into guys, but he's not even sure himself. My mom thinks he's confused because he's never had an experience with a girl, so she's considering hiring him a hooker. I obviously told her that's a terrible idea. I don't know. What do y'all think? Or any advice for him?
Do not hire a hooker for your son.
This-
Please.
No, that is wild.
That is
This
crazy.
has to be a plot to a fucking episode
Movie.
of a movie or
Yo,
like
but
a
if my-
comedy show. There is no way this mom's mom.
Isn't there a movie like this? There is a movie.
There is
Yeah.
with Jennifer. Yeah.
Yeah,
with
Jennifer Hudson. Is
no,
it Hudson?
no.
What's her name? Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Love
Lawrence.
Hewitt. Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Which
Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah.
There's Jennifer Love
You know,
Hewitt?
Jennifer is considered like an old person name now. Gen Z considers Jennifers and like Stephanies to be old lady names now.
Ah, wow.
I still think like.
I can see that. I haven't
like Gretel.
Gretel.
Gretel's an old name.
No, like
Beth is an old name.
there was like a list
First
of
of
Gen Z names that are old, and it's like the Jessicas and the Stephanies.
Jessicas, really?
And the
What?
Kellys. I was like, that's crazy.
It's 'cause now
they're
the
all
names-
90s. They're all 90s names.
Yeah.
But back to this.
Yeah, that is okay, any advice?
I will say I've been reading that like the younger generation, like Gen Z, they aren't having romantic relationships later in their like mid to late 20s, which is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's all the
Social
no one
media.
goes out anymore.
Well, I think COVID had a lot to do with it
Oh,
because
yeah.
like they went to high school during that era and didn't really. It was like prime socialization years,
Mhm.
so a lot of them just lack, like not even autistic people, they just lack socialization.
Yeah.
Just crazy. Like they don't drink as much. They don't have as many relationships. They don't party. Like
They have headphones on all the time.
No, like the club life is like dying down because like millennials are holding that together themselves.
I know.
We've been holding that down.
Yeah, we've been holding it down.
We're the ones like, we're the reason why you're still open, baby.
That'll be the next bottle sign.
So I don't think realistically at 21, I still wouldn't be worried.
Yeah, 21.
It's still young.
Yeah.
Dude, your brother's
Some people wait till 40.
he's a unicorn.
Yeah.
His brother's a unicorn.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean,
you know how much,
a girl would love.
if a girl
him.
finds out this guy
Yeah.
has not had a girlfriend or a first kiss or like a girl, like anything like
unicorn.
that, they are all over him. Especially like if he's just like you said, he's autistic, but he's like still high functioning.
Yeah.
If he doesn't act weird around girls or anything like that, they're gonna be like, what? Like, for some reason, they like those type of unicorns. They like that guys haven't had sex yet, or
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
that's
I
what-
still think that like that generation, for the most part, like they're just a little later
Yeah.
into getting into serious relationships.
I think so, too.
The hooker part, I'm
That
up
was-
for it. Wait, hold on.
If my mom offered one,
Hold on.
Just taking to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I would
I'm
say
up
yes.
for it. She's gotta play top dollar, bro.
All for you.
Don't give me a hooker off the street. You
Oh,
better give me a
okay.
hooker that you got a car or something.
Blue chip.
Yeah.
Blue chip stock. Okay, give me that like one from like those ones from Wolf of Wall Street where like they charging like 500 or something.
Yeah.
Like give me some of that, then yes.
And also, have
That
you
get
guys?
tested.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Love on the Spectrum?
I haven't seen it, but I know the concept. And I'm
It's-
like, yeah, why don't you volunteer for Love on the Spectrum?
It's the most beautiful show. I
Oh.
gained such love, and I felt like I've never felt like heartwarming like that before, and I was like, this is so beautiful. So I don't know. There's got to be some type of like a Love on the Spectrum dating.
You know what we should come up with? Like a Love on the Spectrum app. So it's like only autistic people can be on the app.
Cutting that out so no one takes the
Yeah,
idea.
I was
'Cause that
gonna
is
say-
a great idea.
Yeah, right?
That is a great idea.
People with like needs, yeah, like
Yeah.
Down syndrome.
Yeah, 'cause that
autism.
hasn't-
And you can even like filter. It's like,
How
what do
know
you
that
have?
We might exist though.
Maybe.
But I feel like
But we can
would've
push
seen
it better because we know the chispas and the
Yeah,
matches
yeah,
of the
yeah.
world, but we've never seen Love on the Spectrum.
We're gonna call it "Are You Down with Me?"
Are you down, bro?
Are you down? You know what's crazy too is like I think no,
That's
that
great,
stays.
bro. I love it.
That stays.
That's amazing.
That stays. Are you down? I'm trademarking that as soon as we walk out of here.
Actually, I need a lawyer.
For trademark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Like for this.
Yeah.
This is gonna be this idea.
Oh.
It happened on this podcast. That's our idea now.
I'm the one that came up with it.
I had the name.
Like
okay?
we'll go into it together. It's
Okay,
partnership.
okay.
We'll make
It's
it
a
a joint
partnership.
partnership.
Joint partnership.
People are about to hate us.
Are you
It's
down?
like, there's all other dating apps. There's like, Black People Meet, Christian Mingle,
They need-
Farmers only.
Farmers Only.
Yeah, they need Are You Down?
Jewish meats.
Are you down? And you know what's crazy? Like I read a lot, but I read that like people with Down syndrome are very sexually active. So
Yeah. I saw that on Love on the Spectrum.
yeah.
There's this one
Are you down? Like it's just so perfect.
yeah. Bro, that's a great idea. Are you down? I saw, but yeah.
Oh my god, my inner thoughts are about to win right now. I swear to
Let
God.
them,
I'm glad.
let
No. I like doing this podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was on Love on the Spectrum. There's this one girl who broke up with the guy because he like didn't want to like have sex, and she's like, I was like, oh. And she was like very passionate about it. She was like crying and everything. I was like, wow. All right, next one, SOS friends. I need your advice. For context, my boyfriend and I are in monogamous relationship. I think that means
Exclusive to each other.
There you go. That's right. There's that movie that says monogamy is overrated. Okay. Yeah. Train wreck. There you go.
been together for a year, but known each other for 5 years now. So my boyfriend, his name is Max, quote unquote Max,
Okay.
has a best guy friend. His name is John, who I think is bi or pansexual. I don't know. They've been friends since elementary school. So we all went bowling together with also my boyfriend's brother and his friend. And my boyfriend's love language is physical touch. So I noticed that my boyfriend, Max, is giving his John a shoulder rub while they're waiting for their turn. So my question is, how do I approach this without sounding controlling? Because I know they are the good friends and I don't want to be a toxica. But because we both grown already and we just want a peaceful relationship.
Can I be honest with you? Max and John, they've already hooked up. John has blown Max already, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, dude. Shoulder rub is crazy.
At a bowling alley?
Yeah.
Bowling alleys are romantic.
Are they?
Yeah. That's
You
like
think
first
so?
date spots. Like every first date spot has got to be at a bowling alley.
Interesting.
I don't know why I always did my dates at bowling alleys. I just I don't know. I could have swore that's like
Are
the
you
thing
12?
you do. No,
I'm
like
just kidding.
I felt like that was a thing.
No, I mean, I could see it being a first, third, fourth,
Yeah, yeah.
second date, whatever.
You're probably
Yeah.
a really good bowler, so you do something.
Yeah.
Trying to impress. You're trying to impress your
Yeah,
date.
and then if
Trying-
she's a good bowler, like
trying-
you've been
yeah.
on dates, bowling dates before. So she's like,
That's your thing, how you're like, she's probably been on bowling dates. I'm sure that I am the best bowler
Yeah,
that she's ever
yeah.
gone out with. You show her your fucking stance and you're like, and shit with the foot.
yeah.
You saw that curve on it? That
Come
was
with your
6
own ball.
inches.
It's like, wait till you see this curve.
Yeah.
You saw that? That was an 8-inch curve. Crazy, huh? Not. I'm just saying.
That's so funny.
So
Does she know for sure
That's
if
what I'm
his
saying.
friend
Bi.
is bi or pansexual? Because like
She's thinking
Adrian
too
and his
much.
BFF stay touching each other too.
Oh.
You know, like the bro.
yeah, no.
She put who I think is bi or pansexual.
Yeah, and I was gonna say like all my friends they touch each other like pretty sexually. So
Bi or pansexual is like two totally different things.
It is.
Pansexual means you literally will have sex with
anybody,
Anybody, despite their like gender
Yeah.
It could be
identity.
male, female, trans male, trans woman,
Yeah, Any,
trans
like-
Just anything with the pulse.
yeah. You don't.
skin and pulse, bro.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
in.
He's in
Yeah,
it.
that's pansexual.
But I think just off a shoulder rub, I think you're jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, we've done that to the boys where we're just like we just a
And
random.
they're hyped. They're hyped. They're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you
and
gotta-
just- but you gotta add the slap.
And especially you're bowling a perfect like what they call it.
So
a
like
turkey.
if I was to just go like this to Saul, right? I'm just like,
and I'm about to bowl like a strike, like I need that.
but like here's the thing, I'm
Just like-
aggressive, like yeah, man, you got this. But I'm more like
You're like locking in.
I'm like that.
Yeah,
That's pretty weird.
That is
But
different.
if I'm like this, I'm like you got this, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
add this.
yeah.
You gotta add that.
Or else
If
it's
you don't
gay.
add the
You don't
tap.
have the pat.
kind of like with the butt slaps, it has to be two
Yeah.
versus just one, or
It
is
can't
it?
just be one.
Well, it has to be the high five butt slap.
Oh, there
So
you
you
go.
give them that, like, so when you're walking by, it's like the, yeah, good game, and then,
High five butt
You know what I
slap.
mean? Yeah.
Not two butt slaps.
Not too much.
yeah, or the,
Oh,
you know
okay.
that, yeah.
Gotta be
Can't
some
just
type
No.
of double
can't
contract.
just be like a full on like good game, bro. Bah. It's like yo, what the fuck?
Yo.
You
No,
gotta
I
catch a
think-
case, homie.
Let John and Max be. I think you're okay.
Yeah.
I think
Guys
I
can
wasn't
do,
serious.
you know, do people not say no homo anymore? No, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
Not really.
Nah, I
'cause
think we're just
more
just-
sexually secure.
we're more
Yeah.
sexually secure now.
Yeah.
I think it's we know we're messing around, so we don't gotta be
Exactly.
like, bro, no homo, but like no, it's just
No
like
homo, bro.
like I don't have to tell and say it's no homo, Saul, but you look good today, bro.
Thank you, bro.
No, I can just be like,
You
Saul,
can just
you
say
looking
you
good
look
today,
good.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
See, I
okay, bro. Why
love
you-
sexually confident people.
How dare you? I've opened my heart to you.
Next. Hey guys, am I wrong to feel hurt that my homeboy of 4 years tells me at his new job he got an annoying sister coworker keeping him on check?
Huh?
Am I wrong to feel hurt that my homeboy of 4 years tells me at his new job he got an annoying sister coworker?
An annoying sister.
Maybe he's probably just calling her sister, but coworker to keep him on check. He barely
Okay.
knows that girl and already calling her his sister.
Oh.
Like, I feel like I have shown how much I care for his well-being, but I backed off a little because I felt I was annoying him and shit would get petty. He has called me his homegirl and we're very close, but damn, that hurt. What do y'all think? Am I wrong for feeling this way? Oh, she's just
I think
jealous.
she might have feelings. I think she might have feelings for him, and then she's sad that
Yeah.
he's getting closer to a coworker.
Yeah.
It's always the coworkers.
It's the coworkers. Gotta be this. It's the work husbands, the work wives.
What if she actually is hurt that she's been with him friends with him so long that she's never gotten the arc of sister, the name sister. She's like, you barely met this bitch,
And she's already your sister.
and she's already your
Your
sister.
sister?
Like it's not even the like.
And
her-
I'm just homegirl.
And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just homegirl.
homegirl.
I've been your homie for 4 years, and I'm only homegirl for 4 years. Insane. I feel like she could actually be hurt about that. Like legit. Like without
there's-
having feelings.
It's like a friendship breakup.
Yeah.
Like with
Yeah.
friendship breakups, there's also friendship feelings that get hurt.
That's true. I guess I kind of jumped the gun there. But
No, but there could
she
be
could
that.
have feelings.
She could, but yeah, I'm also going from the friend perspective. Also, like
I can see that.
She's like annoyed and she's kind of hurt that like you just met this girl.
It's like you're supposed to be my bestie.
I'm supposed to be your sister.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Why is she sister? What is she doing?
Yeah.
Stop, sis.
I can see that. Like our best friend Dom, like he calls me sister. I'd be hurt if he called someone else sister that he just met.
Right in front
like,
of your face.
Yeah. It's like, what?
Okay, I get it. I
like,
get it, girl.
Yeah, you heard him say like, oh, there's this her name is whatever, and yeah, she's like a sister to me, and you're just like,
yeah.
What?
Okay, now that I put myself in her shoes, I'm like, I get it.
I had
Be hurt.
I had like
Tell
a girl.
him.
I had a girl best friend who would call me like I was like we call each other like pal, like we're pals. Like she didn't call anybody else pal.
Yeah.
I didn't call anybody else pal. And then
Those
she
are
called
your
an
exclusive pet name.
yeah, but like friends.
Yeah.
And then she called someone else pal. I did feel weird. I felt like I was like
A certain way.
I felt
like,
I didn't,
Betrayal.
yeah, I felt betrayed. Not like I didn't like her, but I was like, the fuck, like you don't know you like that. Yeah, you can't just be calling pal.
He's never heard all of your sex stories like I have.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
No.
crazy.
He doesn't know what you look like without
Without
makeup.
Sounds like you're fucking.
No, that's
Yeah.
serious. Yeah, okay. Only my real pals have seen me without
That's
makeup.
what I'm saying.
Oh, that's a good one. Brian.
What's this? I'm looking for one last one.
What does it say?
It made me, Aaron, your story made me in a way I haven't felt in the longest time. It reminded me of what
Amor eterno.
Amor Eterno
Oh,
about
Lord.
Ungana made me feel.
Thank you. What?
I turned 25 this last March, but it sucks because the older I get, the less the Cougars want me.
Oh, I thought you meant the Cougars. Oh no, I'm
No.
sad for this guy. No.
No, you had the it's a. Well, no, I think that's a.
I thought it said like Cougars wanted him more.
No.
I was like,
No.
this
For
guy.
25?
25 is too old for Cougars now. What the hell?
Nah,
are we
I
coming
feel like
to?
that's like the age.
Prime.
No,
they
they
Yeah,
want, like,
right?
They want
There's no
prime.
way.
want
like,
18, 19.
that's wild.
They pray. Honestly,
Hey, I mean, dudes.
That is
older
Astravino.
dudes
That is
pray.
Astravino. That's true.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm not old enough for a Cougar.
Nah, bro. Go get married,
I'm 2
bro.
years older than that.
Go start a
guy.
family, bro. Time to
I
start a
have
family.
half of
you
a family.
aged out.
Yeah, you aged out, bro.
I have half of one.
Next in line.
I'm looking for the other half.
Yeah. Dang, I didn't know that was. I thought 20s was like. Well, I thought Cougars just like someone who's just older than you. I didn't
No.
really think it was like a.
Cougars are classified as like women like in their 40s.
40s.
Who go
it's
for,
like
like,
40 and up.
40 and up, they're like going for like young meat.
Early 20s.
I guess we're not
Early
young meat
20s.
anymore.
Yeah, well, 25 is. I guess that's
mid-age.
mid 20s.
It's
Yeah.
sorry, not mid-age. Mid 20s.
They're in their.
If I go to a bar and there's Cougars there, I'm lying up my ass. Like, yo, I'm 23.
Mhm.
Just got out of college. Still in college.
Fresh
still-
out of college.
I'm going for my master's. I'm lying. I'm bullshitting. That's all I know. She's like, oh, you want me to pay for your college? We're like, fuck. What do you need off of me?
Sugar mama.
Right? I'm lying my teeth through that. That'd be so. Imagine being a dude and just actually being one of those guys out there having a sugar mama.
Must be nice. Don't know what
Right.
that feels like
I
anymore.
want to. What?
Remember a long time I did have one. I had a sugar mama a long time
Oh
ago.
my
Dang,
god.
I know you did convince me. You're
I
like, oh,
totally
must be
right.
nice.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I did a long time ago. Back in the prime, my prime.
24.
Yeah.
when he was
Back when I was 24. Once I turned 25, she was
Aged
like,
out,
yeah, I
aged
aged
out.
out. She's like, next, looking for. Yeah. She treated me like Leonardo DiCaprio.
You're 10 years down
the
here.
female Leo.
Yeah, she was the female Leo. It's
She
crazy.
gave you a last severance package.
Here you go.
Firing you. She was like, here you go.
But that wraps up Take the Mic. If you guys want to be part of the show, link in the description under Take the Mic.
Ooh. Have you been keeping up with anything like in the news that came like is actually like crazy stories or cases?
I mean, I think we're all following the Diddy trial
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, because I think everyone's hope is that he actually talks.
He's not gonna talk.
You think
No.
it should be more
No,
like a
it's
if
plead
he
the
does
fifth.
talk, it's gonna be like bang bang.
He's gonna plead the fifth.
You think he's going to like snitch people out?
No, that's what we're saying. People are expecting.
I don't
him to
think
snitch people out.
so. I don't think so because there's so much on the line. I mean, look at what happened with freaking
Jeffrey Epstein?
Epstein. The Epstein list.
I think that was like a for sure.
There's
Like
too many powerful people he knows to talk.
Yeah.
Like he thought that was
feel
a
like
safety
Diddy's
net, but
a
it's not.
distraction from it.
I
Wait,
feel.
he probably did it too. No, he did it for sure.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like, like it's like the heat's off Epstein. Now it's on Diddy.
Well, that's been so long. The Epstein thing was, I feel like everything just, I feel like we already got distracted from Epstein because there's just so many things.
Because nothing's going to come out. Everything that everyone thought would come out never came out.
It's not going to come out. There's too many powerful people. Same with Diddy. I don't think there aren't going to be any like revelations because too many powerful people are tied into that.
At this point, people know exactly. People kind of have a clue on who were the people that were involved, like in those parties and
the
stuff like that.
Jay-Z's and Beyonce's.
Stuff like that. Even other like very like famous celebrities, actors, singers, like all this stuff. Like people kind of have a clue. It's just they want that like guaranteed, like it's coming from the source itself, not just people like they saw some videos of like them at the regular party, and not of course there's not the videos of the you know. But you said something about him saying that he's gonna come out and just say shit, right? Or something like that.
No, that's what I'm assuming because I feel like he's already going to be guilty, so they're just going to try to cut as many.
Down.
Yeah, it's like, well, everybody's coming down.
But
yeah,
he can't because the moment I feel like the moment he tries talking it's gonna. That's what I'm saying. Jeffrey Epstein was a like example to people that are in these.
That case is just disappointing.
They're like, this is gonna happen. People are gonna think you killed yourself, even though no one, of course, no one believes that shit. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's gonna get whacked. I mean,
Epstein.
Tory Lanez almost got whacked.
I know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
JC Beyonce.
So we'll see. Kid Cudi's taking by the time this episode comes out, probably Kid Cudi already released some information.
Took the stand.
Yeah, took the stand. So we'll see what happens.
He doesn't get got,
I know
bro.
people were like trying to come after Casey. I'm like, that's rude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
She was a victim.
Yeah, that I have seen that. Those don't make sense because they're like, well, she still consented. I was like, bro, no one's getting consented to getting stomped out in the face. So.
I mean, it's an abusive relationship. Like, it's hard to get out of those.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter who it is.
And with the powerful person like Diddy. And she was like
18, 19.
Yeah. And she's trying to make it into the industry. That's the person you want to like be with. So.
You'd get blackballed so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a true thing. But any last things before we wrap it up? Nothing?
No, I think it was a very fun episode.
Yeah.
Actually. Very informative, actually.
Yeah.
I love we told you guys earlier how we're going to be getting on like more professionals on, so we're super excited to just keep this journey going as well. With you, Esther the Lawyer 2.0, what's coming up for you? Do you have any cool projects or
trying some cases, trying to grow the practice, you know, really be like that dominating Latina attorney in like Southern California? So keep an eye out. Maybe I will put a billboard.
Yeah, you should.
You know,
that'd be amazing.
Everyone's like, when's the billboard coming up? I'm just like, I don't know.
Reality show?
It's so funny. I have gotten approached once for a reality TV show that they're trying to pilot. I'm like, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, like an office style lawyer.
It's like like female lawyers in LA kind of thing. I'm like, I'd be down.
Awesome.
Okay. So it'd be you and other
like just a bunch of
okay. Like I thought it was like your own reality show.
No.
That'd be sick though.
I mean, hey, I can manifest that. Like put that out in the universe.
But yeah, definitely you're upping your social media.
Yeah,
right?
My social media presence is going up. Esther the Lawyer, and then Estrada Law Group. But I like to think that I stick out from the competition just because, you know, I like the funny stuff and, you know, just I want to be relatable.
And you're part of the 2.5% attorneys in California.
Yeah, the rising stars. And like I'm the 2% like rising star, but then also like 2% of Latina lawyers in California.
So
it's crazy.
My last question to you, my bad, dude. My last question to you is, any advice to people out there that, you know, they might get into a situation, you know, in the future or whatever. Any like good advice to find a very good lawyer? Like, what is some good signs or some good things they can say to you? Be like, so you know, like, okay, this lawyer actually cares. Or yes, he cares about the case, not just about how much money he's gonna make.
Yeah, I mean, anything accident or employment related, I'm your girl, right? But even if it's something unrelated and you want someone you can trust, you can come to me and I'll refer you to the right attorney. Like I have a network of lawyers that I trust. Like I only work with them because I trust them, right? If I'm referring someone to you, it's because I know that you do good work. So I always tell people, you know, if you don't know a lawyer, if you need an attorney for a certain kind of case, just call my office and we'll connect you with the right person.
Cool. And you take clients all over the country or just California?
California only currently. I'm working on it.
Ooh.
So
Stay
any advice for
tuned.
people outside the state or anything?
But I know lawyers like throughout the entire U.S., right?
Okay,
so like,
cool,
let's
cool.
say you get in a car accident in Texas. Like I have reliable friends that are attorneys in Texas.
Exactly.
I have friends in Georgia. I have friends in Miami. I have friends in New York. Like,
Connected, just
I'm
stay connected.
Different area codes.
Nice.
Yeah. Esther the lawyer, guys, go follow her. I know, I mean, especially in like how I was saying before, I wish my dad had like some type of Latino lawyer. So this is you guys' chance. Go follow Esther the lawyer, even just to have her on your page. Just one day you're gonna need her. If you don't need her now, you'll probably need her one day. So go follow her, Esther the lawyer.
Or your parents. I always say it's like, I'm the lawyer you can trust your mom's case with. Like, I got your mama's back.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Esther, so much for joining us. This was I love this episode. Thank you for informing us and getting an insight into your industry and the mindset of being a lawyer. So
thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
What is your Instagram one more time? Sorry.
At Esther the lawyer. ESTHER.
There it is.
I've gone Easter.
Easter's the lawyer.
Is this Easter the lawyer?
Yeah. People have botched my names a million ways. It's crazy.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on every social media platform at Saul V Gomez.
Everett _IE.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Peace.